Told you.
Okay, now you can hear us. I did the same thing last stream.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream on the channel. The two of you guys that are watching. So we are here for episode 2 of our Caffeine and Octane Pre-Show podcast, and we're gonna be talking about everything that we want to see in the show, what kind of stuff we kind of expect, and just all around automotive news and stuff. So let's start off with what you guys want to see. Let's go start off with our end guy here, Michael. In case actually we're gonna introduce ourselves first if you are new to the channel. This is my good buddy Michael. I've known him about 6 years. He owns a Ford Taurus as well. Not an SHO before any of you guys ask.
Oh, that's cute.
Before any of you guys ask. It's still a relatively good car though. So, and then of course this is our friend Cason as well. He's also the main guy behind the channel MG Productions. The channel recently actually changed hand to be 100% his now. So there used to be a community channel with him and one of his friends, and now it's his entirely. And then there's myself, which is the guy who runs the channel right now. So anyway, we're gonna start off with what do you guys want to see? We'll start off with Michael. What do you want to see from the show?
Another Taurus.
Another Taurus.
Again. Huh?
Powder Springs.
Oh, okay. Texas and Austin.
Anyway, what about you, Kason? What do you want to see more at the meet? Or at the event today or tomorrow?
Honestly, I think the best meet so far, though, real quick, is the one where everyone started having like a rev match, like a rev battle. I just want to see more people get open with the cars, you know, just like go crazy and kind of show off.
Okay. Well, okay, we're back. So we had some sort of issue. I don't know what it was. It seemed like probably a network issue. Back to what he was saying. He wanted to see more people becoming more open to their cars, get a feel for what these guys have under the hood. And honestly, it's kind of contradictory to a lot of like the social pages and stuff I've seen for the show on Facebook and stuff. They're all that's just a stream. They seem to get really irritated on the Facebook group with people who rev and stuff a lot, which I don't entirely understand because I mean it is a car show. You kind of want to know hear the ins and outs of a car. But at the same time, I can kind of see because there a lot of cars like his can be extremely loud. But they can be rather loud, and so I can kind of see why people don't like it. But the main thing that concerns me about Caffeine and Octane recently is there's a lot of people just violating people's property last month. There was someone was running around flipping people's mirrors in. There was a couple of instances I saw in the Facebook group actually for Caffeine and Octane where a little kid was jumping on top of Lamborghinis. Apparently one guy, the Huracan, left his windows down and the kid climbed used the window to climb on top of the car.
I would have beat a kid's ass. I would not have played around.
What makes it worse is the dad was completely okay with it. And that's part of the reason why, it's one of 7 million reasons why the Explorer has never been at the Caffeine and Octane. Let's not get into that because they'll turn into a roast fest on me and it'll be a mess. And it'll look like I'm being bullied. But anyway, that's just crazy. Like, who would let their kids in their right mind?
You told me my mirrors were folded, didn't you?
Yeah, someone folded in his mirrors, actually, too.
Was that you?
Was that you?
Oh, dude.
Okay, so there wasn't
some random kid would run around and did that to my car.
So that wasn't someone random. That was just him being a douchebag.
I was going to fight somebody for that, dude.
Are you seriously playing freaking Clash of Clans while we're live streaming?
I am, actually.
That's just
Jason's on his phone at the time.
I was texting a girl.
Okay, so he's having Jake double park in the same spot. That's pretty neat. I know the Miatas are strong at the event, so that'd be kind of cool. Well, I don't know. The guy with the black Miata, the hardtop. The one whose mom rides with him. Yeah.
She just said dude from last night.
Well, I mean, we do have 2 friends with black Miatas.
But he didn't go last night. The other guy.
Yeah.
So, the guy from last night.
Okay, back on the top. I don't really have anything I exactly want to see tonight, to be honest, really. There's just, I don't know, there's so many. Yeah, that's what I meant. There's not really, anything specific I'm looking for. Last few months have been exactly what I wanted to see for a little while. So, I mean, it's not like I have anything specific, but Mainly, I guess the thing I want to see more of is more of the street trucks. Same thing like from last month that I said, your F-150 Lightnings or Silverado SS, stuff like that. Those are my favorite kinds of trucks. And I mean, driving a street truck, if you will, I kind of like seeing that kind of stuff, like the F-150 Lightning and all that. So that's something I'd want to see personally.
So, real quick, the F-150 Lightning, that kind of height off the ground, is that what you're going for? Sort of? Because the F-150 Lightning is decently low, but not slammed.
That's kind of where my ride height's.
If you do that, I'm okay with that. I dig that.
It's not going to be. It's not like I'm going to go like full stance on it. Like it's not going low.
I was thinking you're gonna like do the whole like how bad the cars look. Where they're like almost covering the wheels. See, I'm proud of you for making that.
No, I'm doing reasonably low. It's not.
Give some big old tires in the back. Eat that shit.
I wanna. There's one thing. Speaking of, I'm thinking about getting wheel adapters for the back because they don't sit flush with the fenders, and it annoys the snot out of me because they told me when I bought the wheels that they would, and I'm just like, they lied because I mean they don't. Neither of the back wheels sit flush with the fender at all. So it's like I don't know.
It'd be sad if one did and one didn't. That'd be like super
that. Yeah,
I'm surprised it doesn't now.
Why you say that?
Because the axle.
It
probably will whenever you get your blocks on.
It's not good.
Unless you drill out the hole properly, like I always suggest.
There's nothing wrong with the block. Yeah, the bagging the truck is just not something I plan on doing. It's cost.
I mean, that's okay. I prefer you not bag.
It's too expensive, and plus there's not a specific bag kit for my truck.
Man, why would you say that? Don't tell them to do that.
Bagging a truck that doesn't have a bag kit made for it, like a Silverado, is going to cost thousands of dollars in research and getting it properly fabbed and everything. And it would be a lot quicker. It'd be easier actually to do a coil conversion than it would be, which is also very difficult to do on those trucks, than it would be to do an air ride suspension. It'd be neat if I really wanted to go slammed like completely. But I've seen a few bag sport tracks, and I'm not really like keen on the styling of like how it is, because a lot of them use really deep dish wheels that are chrome, and they're also like really flamboyant colors.
I don't like
deep dish pieces.
Like you've seen a deep dish. You kind of knocked me off guard with that, but I just don't like it. I mean, I like certain trucks that are bagged, like your old S10s or Tacomas and stuff, but sport tracks just don't hold that look.
Tacoma's not even either. Like I've seen a newer Tacoma bagged, and it just did not.
It's the old ones,
The newer ones look like they're only strictly made for off road.
Yeah, that's
that's cool.
Hey, yeah, I've seen that on when I watched Pokemon streams earlier this year for the World Championships. A lot of people were using stuff like that. And I was like, how do you do that? That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
But bagging the truck would literally just be something that'd be expensive and be difficult and it would take months. So I mean, doing this whole thing with the blocks and the shocks and the camber caster kit and all that stuff, it's a lot easier. It's gonna save me a lot of money, and it's gonna ride properly. It's gonna be static.
Yeah, see, I thought about doing bags for my car for a little while, but then like how I want to make the car, it's like part show car, part like I want it to be fast, and having bags just doesn't seem like it's made for making a fast car. Like,
you get the track bags.
Well, still, it's still extremely expensive compared to getting just some coilovers, which bags are like $2,000. Coilovers are only $1,000.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Cason. You spelled it wrong. It's Cason.
Oh well.
Casson.
But back to me, I like the idea of bags if you're only going for lowering your car for looks. Because I mean, if you want to get that low look, you can adjust it on the fly. So say you're coming up to a set of train tracks, you're like, oh crap, I'm going to scrape out like the side of my car. You hit a button, it picks it up, and you can go over it. Which is why I like bags instead of coils for just specifically for looks. Like if you're gonna go for a full-on track car, like I drove a Hyundai Genesis today that was on coilovers, and it was a very track kind of feel. You could feel everything, and I liked it. It's more of a track-ready car.
But Miata apparently has a YouTube, dude. And he wants me to be in one of his videos.
But what about me? Screw me, right?
He was texting me, not you.
I know, I'm messing. But yeah, exactly. Jake's car is I heard he tore it up on like a pebble or something like that. His lip up on a pebble recently. The guy, the black Miata, the one that you rode.
I would imagine because it's just low.
Yeah,
like that.
No,
his car is
slammed.
Yeah. I mean, it looks really good.
It looks kind of good, yeah, for being a Miata that low. Like, I just wish it had aftermarket wheels. If you had aftermarket wheels, it'd be so much better. The stock wheels and like how thin the tires are. Doesn't look good.
That's just Miatas in general. They have really thin wheels.
I prefer it had thicker wheels or thicker tires.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted the Miata at one point. I was like, I like the car for its character.
Yeah, Graham and I wanted one too. My buddy,
they're fun little cars.
Yeah, we wanted to just have a crazy little project car and like make it for drifting or something, But he's now like just too busy with other things. Holy crap!
What?
The stock rims, it looks good.
But the reason why I don't really see myself getting a Miata right now is just, while they're very, very cheap cars and they're fun and all that stuff, I want something that has a bit more power and plus like the kind of discipline I want to use a car for. I mean, a Miata would work perfect, but it's just the car is just kind of small and it'd be something I could street drive. And I mean, I'm not a very small guy. I'm kind of round, so it's kind of hard for me to drive a car that small. I mean, I hardly fit in my truck, like width wise. So the cars I've really been thinking about, for a daily kind of car in the future, if something would happen to my truck, knock on everything. I'm shooting in the range. Oh gosh, I'm shooting in the range of like your 3.7 Mustang, your Coyote 5.0s. Shooting.
All right, well,
this is age restricted. The idea. Is someone trying to roast?
No, they actually.
Oh, okay.
In the review, I was pretty proud of myself for having some comments. Right?
I don't have anybody to comment on my videos, so.
He said, damn dude, I have an 05G coupe with Stillman exhaust, which is a DC Sport short rams, a short ram intake, and yours sounds way better than mine. Great job. Like Stillman is basically a bit loud. It's almost like a smaller muffler, but with a stock exhaust. And I still dig it. But
if you wanted performance, why didn't you just use straight pipe?
Because
straight pipe is no performance.
Yeah, no. Lighter weight.
No, you said lightweight.
Lighter weight titanium. Straight up titanium.
Titanium straight pipe.
That's what I have right now. But it's
Without
a true
rubbers.
brand. And I could have this brand possibly, what's it called? Thingamajigger me,
What did you just say?
Thingamajigger me. They could sponsor me eventually. Tony is such a great brand.
I want Magnaflow to sponsor me. Magnaflow sponsor.
That's for you. I'm already sponsored.
No, not technically not, so you make money off of them.
I mean, it's not like a money sponsorship. It's like, I promote them, they give me stuff, so.
Sell out.
But anyway, what are some kind of cars you guys want to see at the meet?
I want to see more G35. So far, I've seen like a lot more.
An entire row?
No, there are a lot of 350Zs, 370Zs, and G37s, or not even hardly any G37s. There's more 350s and 370s than anything. I want to see more G35s and like kind of talk to them, see if there's any 03 to 04, see what they've done because they have the same engine as me. See what they've done, see how much power they're making, see how that can help.
I mean,
give some advice.
And of course, I know what Michael will say if I ask him what kind of cars he wants to see at the event.
I already said what I wanted to see, bro.
Yeah, so. With me, like I said, same story as what I kind of wanted to see more of at the event would be, your street trucks. I'd love to see another F-150 Lightning. There was there was one or two that was there last month. So I'd love to see another one of those because I love those trucks. What's kind of something that you don't want to happen but you hope is there?
For what?
What do you think you don't want to be there but you want to bet is going to be there? Like
Honda Civics.
That guy with the Corolla that's open headers and then has just a big sub in his car and just leaves it running and is obnoxious. Yeah, I don't want him in there ever.
For me, it's the cop presence.
Yeah,
the cop presence
like,
has been
if there was less of them,
really
that'd be okay. But I don't want there to be no
cops.
Oh, yeah, of course. We don't want no cops to be there because then it's just gonna be a lawless like mess. It's gonna be like a freaking like giant mess. And I would love to see, the whole thing with me and the cop presence is it's like it's more for the YouTube side of me because I can't get good footage when there's cops around because no one will do anything that's worth filming. So especially since I'm gonna be trying to adopt a new style with this. I'm gonna have some videos backlogged because of this computer issue I've been having. I can literally do anything but render out a video. So I may have to borrow a computer for right now to render on, or anything like that. I don't know what.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Not yours.
I'm about to say.
My mom has a second i7 laptop I may borrow. But it's more just they crowd around, so it's like
semi-show through. retarded.
Oh, dude, I knew someone was gonna get you for that.
Yeah, you know who that is though?
No.
The guy with the blue Miata. He's
Oh.
messing with me about it because he drives a manual
I was about to say, dude.
That's what I
Yeah.
hate, dude. People who comment like bad shit because I have an automatic. So I mean, I didn't have a choice at the time.
For me, I didn't
still
have a choice at
fun.
all.
Yeah, I still had fun though. Like I got semi-auto, so quit talking shit.
It's speaking of manuals. Like I said earlier, I drove a Hyundai Genesis, right? It was a 6-speed manual, and I seem to have finally started learning how to drive stick. So I'll have a video on that probably as soon as I get this fixed. Once I can figure out this issue, which I believe I know what it is, and I can just kind of pinpoint what it is and solve it. I'll have several videos out that I meant to upload this past week, but since this whole thing has been happening and I don't know what to do with it because I've got all the software I need to figure out what's going on, but I just don't know how to work it. Once I solve all this, I'll have those videos up. I've got a highlight video from 2017 that I meant to upload this past week and I never got to upload. And then I've got access to a Jeep review I just filmed. Chandler, if you don't remember Chandler, he was a part of the Horizon Tourcast when I did Horizon Tour for a little while. He was the guy who drove me to Caffeine the first time I ever went in the Focus ST. I reviewed his Jeep Wrangler. That'll be up sometime next week as well. We did a lot of really cool shots.
Wait. So Chandler used to own the Focus ST?
Yeah.
And that's the one that crashed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was the one with the Focus ST.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah. And he's very open about it, which is why I'm okay with talking about it. He doesn't care. Like he knows what he did. But I reviewed his car. That video will be up as soon as I can get all the clips done. Because he's got some clips he's gonna send me as well. So I'm waiting on those, and I'm waiting to fix this, and then I'll have that video edited, rendered, and ready to go. And then I've got this video with learning how to drive stick in my Genesis, because it was a pretty interesting video. I haven't actually finished filming it yet, because I still film an outro for it, because my phone ran out of memory in the video, which is fine, because we had a lot of stuff going on with that. And to be quite honest, I'm not entirely happy with the footage for it, because literally the entire time the camera was rolling was when I was doing bad. Like I was stalling like crazy, and I was chirping the tires a lot, much like I did in the Kia several years ago. This is the first time I've actually recorded myself trying to drive stick, so it was after the camera cut that I actually started getting a hold of it, and by then it was getting late. I'd been out there for 2 hours trying to do this, and in the same parking lot. Literally, there was only 20 minutes out of the 2 hours that I do it. So we may do a part 2 eventually. I don't know. It really just depends on what Hayden says he wants to do. Of course, we'll be reviewing the car once I figure out the whole mechanics behind driving the stick and I get it down perfectly. I'm going to review his car. Just keep that in mind. He's been.
Are you gonna drive it?
Yeah, of course. It'll be the first review I drive in unless I beat it to my dad. If my dad is just like, hey, drive my car for review, because I've been wanting to review this 3.7 for a while, but I never got time to do it. And he doesn't really like people driving his car, which is understandable. It's a brand new car-ish. So, ish. And I mean, it's his baby. It's his only car, and he loves it to death. So that might happen.
He's not the only one that's learning to drive stick. I am too.
Yeah, he is.
Just letting you know.
He is. But I'm just saying, video-wise.
I have a job, so it kind of gets in the way.
You had to go there.
I'm not saying no. I was just saying I have a job that's getting in the way of like everything, dude. It sucks. Freaking hate working. But I love working too.
Make the money. Makes the money, but it ruins your social life. But
Really? I talk to more people than you though. Technically.
I had to go there.
Think about it.
Anyway.
It's okay. He has a job too, but what you said actually affects him. He actually don't talk to nobody.
I mean, he can help that. That is coworkers kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So anyway, now that all that's out of the way, that's kind of what's coming soon to the channel. I just got to figure out how to get all that stuff edited and stuff, and we'll have that uploaded as soon as I can. But anyway, what's been going on with y'all's channels recently? Anything new?
I started my car review series.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you haven't already, go to his channel, MG Productions. He just uploaded his first car review.
It's just of my car, just basically get a feel of what I want to do for my review series, like where I want the camera to be, how I want to review the cars, and so it was just a test run. I'm definitely gonna do an update review when I do more to my car. And I mean, I'm probably gonna review his truck soon, or not soon, but as soon as he gets it, some more things done to it.
Yeah, I gotta get some stuff buttoned up on it. And we'll be ready.
Maybe even Michael's Taurus eventually too.
If he lets him grab it. He just looks back at him like he's like,
You told me I could a while ago.
I don't know. Maybe.
And I mean, Michael's one of those.
I was like, dude, that's messed up.
But,
I'll also be trying to review Hayden's car. Just I got to have time to learn stick, but it's a definite. I will eventually review it, but I'm not gonna review it like right after you do. I'll wait a little while.
Yeah.
I'll probably. I kind of want to do a review on Grant's Mustang.
You don't want to wear reviews out though. You want to do them like once a month.
Yeah, I'm not
like
I'm
how
not
I
gonna
do
go
it.
crazy.
Literally, my reviews are so spaced out.
I'm not gonna review one like the next day.
Like I think I've only uploaded 6 reviews since I started doing them because I mean they're just so sporadic. Speaking of reviews, of course I'm looking for new cars to review. Once I learn how to drive stick, I'll probably start driving for some of these more because part of the things that have pulled me back from driving and reviews has been, the one driving stick and the time that I first started doing reviews I was kind of young, so no one really wanted to let me drive their cars, and now it's starting to become a bit more. People are starting to become a bit more lenient. So I may do.
I wish that guy with the Honda was still there though. Like that would have been so cool.
That car probably would have been a bit easier to learn in, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Hondas in general, that's what they're notorious for, is how easy the clutches are to learn. So especially if you start a stock clutch in it, which is a possibility, it would have been a really easy car to learn in. We haven't been able to see him at the meets lately. He kind of just vanished after the mega meet. We've been trying to find him.
Is he still on Facebook?
That's a different Scott. The Scott that I'm friends with on Facebook, he's got a Miata.
I didn't say Scott. I just asked him, is he on Facebook, like in the meet page?
No, I haven't seen him ever on there.
Yeah, have you gone looking through to see if you can find him?
They don't have like the staff members except for Jesus and the girl that talked to me about the Metro meet a few months ago.
Well,
message. Oh, from Hayden actually. I bet Hayden's watching it right now.
What a hoe.
Shouldn't he is. Look at him. Or you can watch him on the screen. He's just zooming in on my beard. Look at this dude.
You mean your peach fuzz?
Bro, it's a beard.
It's a goatee, if anything.
I'm trying to grow it out.
Goatee. Not beard until it's like
once
at least
I feel
3
like
inches long.
I feel like once I lose weight, this is gonna look a lot better. Because I mean, it's
We're not
really,
here to talk about facial features. We're here to talk about cars.
Yeah. So
oh wait,
I'd love to review the Miata once again.
Would you like to explain when you may possibly be uploading again?
Yeah, Mr. Don't upload for several months and then come back and then immediately go back away again.
No.
Whoa.
No.
That was kind of personal.
I don't know. Just
It'd be cool to see you at least like upload maybe a good 2 weeks.
I
Every
don't
2
know.
weeks.
I don't want to do filler stuff. Like the
I'm
things
not doing
I've done
filler
were
stuff.
major things though. But you also have more time than me.
Yeah,
I have set every single almost 6 days a week. Recently 5 days a week. But set hours.
But yeah, so
And you have days off every once
Come
in
to
a while.
Boost and Mafia sometimes, like
I just don't. I don't do all that.
I get why he doesn't want to do it because we both do it. And
well, I mean, I don't know. You could like when you're talking to Torch guy, you were talking to him like about everything.
Oh yeah, dude. I wish
so
I had.
much.
I wish I had something to talk like to film that. That was really good.
I mean, you could have just called me over.
That Kaysen gets to talk about his car a lot to people, and I don't because
No one talks to me.
nobody
online.
talks about
Literally.
Tauruses. But when that guy with the Taurus showed up, that was nuts.
No, you do talk about yours, but it's like
There's the people who don't really listen to me.
like whenever you want to, you just start like, yeah, my sport track has this, and like, oh, cool, dude. And then they start asking questions about it. So
On rare occasions. Most of the time.
like the staff, like they
Yeah, the staff
they
loves
ask
me,
you.
and
Well,
I love
obviously
that.
they're gonna try and get people to.
Dude, I wish the staff would like check out my YouTube.
They probably have by now because I mean you upload the stuff too. They look at the videos that have their meets in it, so they probably have by now. But
Probably where all my
I'm
30+
tempted
subscribers come from.
that maybe on my other next review, once I learn stick some more, I may talk to some of the staff
So
members
you-
because they all drop.
What's his face gave you the YouTube channel?
JB Legend.
No,
Oh,
Graham.
Graham? Yeah, I asked him, I was like, so is that mine now? And he's like, yeah, it's yours. I just cannot upload like as much. I said, all right, I'll try and at least get him some videos with him in it. But I gotta change the logo. I might change the name too, but there's so many MG Productions out there.
Yeah, there's a lot. When you first told me your channel name,
What are
I
you gonna
literally
change it
couldn't find it.
Lazy VQ or something. I'm just kidding.
No.
That's
Nah,
that's just my
that's fine.
Instagram. That's
Um,
something stupid and catchy. Ain't nobody got lazy VQ.
Okay. So now we're gonna go into more of a news kind of thing. We're gonna talk about just topics and cars and stuff. I'm gonna start off. What do you guys think about the drop of the 3.7?
Drop a 3.7 in the Mustang.
Yeah, they got rid of it for strictly the 2.3 turbo and the 5.0.
I'm upset about that actually. I'd prefer a V6 over a 4-cylinder in a Mustang specifically. Like I mean, if it were a different car, like a Honda or something, they turned the Accord into a 4-cylinder, I'd honestly be okay with that because Hondas are known for their 4-cylinders. But doing a muscle car with a 4-cylinder just makes it not quite like the meaning of a muscle car to me. America is known for like their muscle cars being mainly V8 kind of thing.
He has 2 cars, I guess.
Who? Scott with the Civic?
No. Some other guy.
Some Scott stuff. But I think like if it's gonna be an American like muscle car, it should at least have either a V8 or a V6. Having a 4-cylinder kind of brings that down. I mean, even though you told me the specs. The 4-cylinder made some good power, but it just
it makes a good point.
Yeah, little engine in a big car, it doesn't.
The 2.3 is a powerful 4-cylinder, but 4-cylinders are like V6s and V8s do, and V10s and V12s. It goes up and up. They each have their own limitations.
Just
4-cylinders,
calling the 4-cylinder a muscle car, like I feel like to be able to call it a muscle car, it has to have the sound of like it has to sound mean. Like you can get a good 3.7 to sound like really like aggressive, especially with the ghost cam and like the Roush axle back kind of style exhaust. Yeah. That'll definitely make it like mean, but like in the V8 especially, that's what made.
I don't know. I mean, if you have so take this scenario: if you have a 4-cylinder that makes 400 horsepower, and you have an 8-cylinder that makes 400 horsepower, wouldn't it still be considered a muscle car?
I'm talking about like going back to its roots, though. Like it started as a
I mean, I'm totally down for the whole V8 muscle car.
They could. I wish instead of making the Mustang a 4-cylinder, I wish they would have made a whole different car altogether to put that 4-cylinder in. Instead of turning the Mustang into a 4-cylinder or a V8.
Stuff with the 4-cylinders.
I know, but making that
it's the focus. But he's talking about like like a full on like kind of like the Ford Probe was. It was meant to be like a 300ZX rival. And it was actually supposed to replace the Mustang, but for some stupid reason, Ford made it front-wheel drive, and that's why it never sold.
Oversized Honda or Longo?
That's basically the EcoBoost Mustang. Now, don't get me wrong. When the S550 came out and all 3 motors were revealed, I was a little skeptical of the 2.3 at first, but then seeing it perform and seeing how it handled the car, I was like, okay, that's not bad. But for the demographic of the Mustang, I don't understand.
It doesn't match the name.
Like, it's literally, to me, when it was all 3 cars, I kind of was like, it's kind of like Ford was trying to bring back the SVO in the 80s. Remember I actually saw one for sale today. It was an 83 SVO.
I didn't even agree with the Fox body. Then again, the Fox body didn't even make me think of a muscle car when I saw it. It made me think, honestly, of like a regular car if it didn't have any kind of body work done to it. So it kind of matched that body to have a 4-cylinder because it was a small body, but
it looked kind of like an
that had an excuse was because of that crisis and all, Now they just felt like doing it and getting rid of the V6, and that's like kind of stupid to me. So
and like I've said in the past, like many videos that I've mentioned the 3.7, and the 3.7 to me is like the best Ford V6 they ever made, and it's up there to be the best American V6. Because, with the 3.7 being so close in kind of style to the Nissan motors, I mean, some people even say the 3.7 sounds just like a Nissan motor. It really does. It has the same tuning potential as a Nissan motor you still have to do work, of course, to get that motor ready. It's no 4.0. 4.0s, in case you want to run boost on, you have to do a lot of work. Trust me, I know this. I've been researching it for months. But with the 3.7, you don't really have to do a lot of work. And that's why in previous videos, I've always said, I would look into a 3.7 Mustang if I ever had to get another car, because I really just like the platform. I like the lighter nose it gives off. I don't like the live axle. But
what if you did a 3.7 in your truck? Took the 3.7 from Mustang and put it in your truck.
It's possible someone's done it, but it's a very difficult swap.
Oh, it is?
It's a very, very difficult swap, because believe it or not, the 3.7 is actually clearance wise, it's actually bigger than the 4.0. Which is different. Which is odd.
The older engines are smaller.
Because they don't have all
a lot more now.
Yeah, someone's done a 3.7 swap on a sports track before. It's kind of cool seeing it, but it's to me it's just not worth the time, because it'll be a long down period for the car. I'd have to have something different. I'd have to have the second car. Because, I mean, you know, the 5.0 swap, it would be a pretty good downtime to about a week, which would start and finish to get the swap done on a 5.0 Windsor. But a 3.7 would literally take weeks because, you know, you have to fab up stuff, you have to get special stuff made for the car, you have to swap in components.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would, like, for example, the one that actually did the 3.7 swap used an F-150, and the F-150 is electrical steering. So they had to convert it to the electric steering. Who do you think the best?
You didn't know that electric.
He said, who do you think makes the best V8 for domestic?
Oh, domestic for
That's,
sure, dude.
When it comes down to straight horsepower, domestic all the way. I mean, you see cars like the Dodge Demon that have, what, like 800, 900 horsepower in the factory?
Yeah, like, like, the M, like, what, 45?
The M45 uses
they
4.5. They sounded great.
They sounded good, but, like, they just don't make me think of, like, raw power V8. It was just an alternative.
But you also got to remember, there are some foreign V8s that are really good.
Yeah, I know
the
that.
motor in the E92 and 3.
I prefer a domestic over a JDM any day when it comes to a V8. Now, when it comes to V6, though,
it's Japanese.
JDM all the way.
Japan makes the best V6s. I'm not gonna lie.
They're notorious. Like they are known for how well they've done, especially 4-cylinders too.
Yeah, 4-cylinders. Japan's
anything that's below a V8, honestly. Japan's
and you know, Europe's more of an inline six country. You got the N54. You've got the motors from the old like Mercedes and stuff. McLaren.
Yeah,
the McLaren
but we're talking
V8,
about things that are like affordable, you know.
Yeah, the McLaren V8 is a spectacular motor. Like 3.8, it's a tiny V8.
That's why I'm at least happy they are never. I sure hope that Ford, Chevy, and Dodge never plan on getting rid of the V8, especially Dodge. I'm sure they haven't even thought about it.
Dodge literally just depends on their V8s.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping that American, like domestic, never gets rid of their V8 because
that's what America's known for.
Everyone knows America for their nasty raw power V8 engines,
and
that's what I'm proud of. I'm proud. I'm proud of it.
Is there an American like V12?
I think there have been a few cars in America made in V12s.
I know the Dodge, what's it called? Viper was a V10, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, V10. Yeah, but
V12.
I don't know.
V12.
I think Aston Martin.
I think
European, isn't it?
Yeah, they were owned by Ford at one point.
Yeah, at one point, but
they actually, believe it or not, the original Aston Martin V12 using the DB7 or 9, one of the two, was actually 2 Ford Taurus motors pushed together.
But was it still made like an American domestic style? Like, what do you think?
The engine was
like the Dodge, like the Dodge Viper is like
it's full on domestic.
But when I think of Aston Martin, I think of Europe for sure.
Yeah, because I mean it's a British company. But the motor for the DB9, the original motor for the DB9 at least, was 2 3-liter Vulcan V6s put together.
So really, America's only good for V8s. That's it.
Basically, when it comes down to cars, America is more known for their trucks.
Yeah, because I mean Dodge got rid of the fucking Viper.
Yeah, I don't see myself driving a Ford truck at all.
To me, when I first got into trucks, I hated anything that wore a Nissan or Toyota badge up. Or even the Ridgeline. I hated the Ridgeline. I still do. Yeah, like you said, Dodge, the weight cancels out the power. I mean, they both know that they've both taken on Dodges in Mexico. But when it comes down to foreign trucks, I get it. I mean, they're trying to get into the American market. And I mean, the Titan is actually made in America. I don't believe it's Tacoma, the Tundra R. I'd have to look it up. Yeah. But, you know, the Titan's the only foreign truck I could see myself driving.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, when we saw that guy doing the dyno at Z1 with the Titan, I actually thought, that's a pretty nasty truck, you know?
But my thing with Titan, you can't get a single cab in one of those. When you want to build a street truck, single cab's the best way to go.
No, I don't want a single cab. I would never use a Titan for that. I would never think of a Titan being a single cab, or like for drag racing. I think of Titans for nasty power, like towing and off-roading and stuff. I don't think of anything.
It's not like that, it'd be cool if we saw stuff like the Tacoma X Runner coming back. The Holden Ute, I really don't know. I think it's an interesting concept. The Holden Ute is a very interesting concept.
Whenever we get ready to switch over out.
The Holden Ute, I get it, because, you know, we had stuff like the El Camino in the 60s, which I never understood why they vanished, because I thought they were interesting vehicles. I thought the concept was odd.
That was a basically Chevy, but Australian, right?
It's literally like the El Camino, just modern and Australian. And, I mean, the El Camino was an interesting character, because, I mean, it had this really it actually had a really good truck bed, but it was, you know, it was running off a 454 SS motor, and it was just kind of like, you know, they were horrible for drag racing because they didn't have weight on the back. That's why you don't see many El Caminos running drag races. You see them mostly. As
Then
just
again,
kinda,
though, you do see. I have seen a couple like very good like diesel drag races. Like there's
Yeah.
some fast diesels out there. And
Yeah.
that's one thing I do see the Titan doing. Like if it was a Cummins, like I can see it racing in a
Like,
drag.
That's
like
why I
diesel
always
diesel.
tell you, dude, don't try and race a diesel.
Diesels aren't very
Despite what you
fast.
think, they put
They-
down some power. Man.
yeah.
Beat a couple
Especially with how
Hondas.
low they rev at
Yeah.
all. Like
Grams-
some of them
Grams
don't even
beat
go
a
past
couple
like 4
Hondas
grand.
and stuff.
Yeah. But what's your topic you got, Casey?
Oh, so I was gonna say, what do you? So I've kind of changed my mind on this a little, but so we talked about how only V8 should be supercharged and only V6s and lower should be turbo. You know, like you don't ever see like any. Yeah, like you could only hear supercharger on like a V6 or on a V8. You don't ever think about hearing supercharger on V6. Just doesn't sound right, right? We always had that kind of idea where we'd only supercharge a V8 and only boost like with a turbo of like a V6. So what do you guys think about that? Like, tell me what your opinion.
My thing is that I just don't see foreign cars at all with any type of supercharger.
Not even pro chargers,
No.
The only
turbos.
I just see turbos, no matter what the engine, like, because they rarely have a V8. So I mean,
you know
Yeah.
you barely find a foreign car with a V8.
No,
And
if
they're
it-
literally
all-
the only ones I can think of are your Mercedes C-Class AMGs. Your
Now, I
AMG
do like
yeah,
those
yeah,
V8s.
yeah.
Those
I'm
are nice
thinking
the BMW M5.
JDM. I'm thinking more JDMs only using turbos, and then like Europeans and basically
Everything American.
domestic, American domestics using superchargers. But see,
There's speaking
Yeah,
of
go ahead, go
superchargers,
Lambo SUV.
there is one domestic or foreign car that kind of surprised me to see superchargers on, and that was the Mini Cooper S. Remember
that
the
was
early
that
2000s?
was. I thought
It's
that
a
was kinda
peculiar
dumb.
car.
It was
It's
kinda dumb.
peculiar.
I wish they would have turboed it. if anything.
They did eventually. They're like the new Cooper
Yeah,
S's are all
yeah.
turboed. They
But
transitioned.
Have you seen the Fiat 500L?
I've seen it. It's kind of silly.
It's so weird.
It's
I
big.
feel like it's a trip back to England.
See, I
Like I don't like an old time England with all the like really roundy
Round.
cars.
Yeah,
what's that Infinity SUV that's got the massive V8 in it?
the QX80.
Yeah, what V8's in that? Like
The
besides-
Kia
It's a
K900.
5.7. I actually like the
could see-
K900.
I could see that having a supercharger on it.
Yeah.
For-
The K900, I think that's a very interesting car.
Yeah.
Especially from Kia.
You want to know actually that and the Hyundai Genesis sedan are actually the same car.
You know the back seats in the K900 lay down?
Really?
I think so.
That's cool.
And they have heat. They're heated and cooled. But
It's expensive car.
it's an expensive freaking car. But it has a V8.
Yeah, that's an option. You know they have a 3.8 too. It's literally just like the Genesis sedan.
Dude, you have to get the V8 in that car. The thing's heavy.
I actually, speaking of that car, just touched your leg.
You
Hey,
know
buddy.
me, gay. You laid it on my leg.
That's a good point.
I'm just sitting there
I'm not
accepting
gay.
it.
He just sits
Yeah,
there,
that's
he
exactly-
can pull his
yeah.
leg away or anything.
But my step grandfather, his ex-wife, has a brand new Genesis G80 with the 5.0 in it. It's a mean car.
Yeah.
And then my aunt has a Genesis sedan with 3.8.
The new Genesis sedans definitely look aggressive to me.
I like
they remind me
I
of
like
Bentleys though. But
They are.
I
They're
was,
very
I
comfortable.
was gonna
cars.
say though, I did kind of change my mind. I do still think that superchargers should be on V8s only, and turbos and pro chargers can kind of share. Like pro chargers can be on V8s or lower, like V6s, but
I
not
mean-
4 cylinders. And then turbos could be on V6s and lower. But the reason why I say that is because I found so many like pro chargers for like my car. Like the most you'll find Vortex superchargers, which are basically just pro chargers. And then you got the HKS one. And the reason why I say that is I've looked it up and they make some decent power. They actually like look good inside that engine bay. And I was like they sound good too. So I'm like they don't whine like a supercharger, but they still have that airy kind of like boosty sound.
I don't know why I think of Pro Charger as like that style. Of,
That's just they're
it's
the
a
ones who made
brand,
it famous.
and it catches me off guard every time someone says pro like a
It's pro charged.
no like another thing.
like a Paxton or a Vortex.
Yeah, like a different brand, but yeah, it's the same
style.
thing, and it's like
Yeah,
It's because-
yeah.
isn't that Pro Charger?
But it's because pro
I just
charger
think
made it
it's,
famous.
I'm just thinking it's because it's basically the mix between a supercharger and a turbo. But I think that's why you could
It's
share.
a belt
you
driven
could-
turbo.
You
Yeah,
could,
exactly.
you could basically just use a pro charger on a V8 or a V6. Use turbos on V6s and 4 cylinders and lower, and then use superchargers on and prochargers on like V8. So I feel like I've changed my mind on that some.
I kind of want to supercharge the Taurus though.
Yeah,
With me-
because yours looks like it needs a supercharger. But I think what would be cool is if you somehow swap the V8 in there.
That'd be so hard.
I know it would be hard, but
It's just like I don't know why the engine bay is so like compact, like
That's
length
just why
wise,
it's
you think
hard.
for
but
how big
width
of a
it's
car that is,
gigantic.
you think for how big of a car that is, it would have.
Okay, we're back after